All right, I'm Casey Evans. I'm the owner of Dearman's Diner, soon to be Dearman South Food Truck. I also do business coaching with my brother. We have a business consulting company, the Brothers Evans. And I have a concert production company, Free Agents Marketing, that we did for years. Kind of got out of it for a little bit, but back into it again.
What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is, unfortunately, check my phone. Probably a bad habit.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Most prized possession?
Much more of a experience and relationship type of person. I don't know if there's anything that I really value like materially, you know.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas is a strong one. I think I'm gonna go Thanksgiving.
Why Baton Rouge?
Man, I grew up here. I love it here. It gets a lot of flack, but I can see past that. I mean, quite frankly, I think most of the places that you live have their own problems. Yeah, we might have some more than others, but I mean, you choose really like where you like the happiness that you have. And so, you know, I enjoy living here. I grew up here. I've traveled a fair amount, but I don't have any intention of moving really anytime soon.
Shrimp or crawfish? Potato salad in your gumbo?
Probably a mood situation, but if I'm just going flat answer, not potato salad in the gumbo.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Best advice received by someone?
Can I read it? Can I read a quote?
Sure.
That I like?
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily as advice, but it's definitely like a transformative quote that I like. It's by Donald Miller, which actually we'll get into this because I'm also a story brand coach, but which is his company. But this is from one of his older books, predating that. And it's, once you live a good story, you get a taste for a kind of meaning in life, and you can't go back to being normal. You can't go back to the meaningless scene stitched together by forgettable thread of wasted time. So what was really transformative about that for me is that it makes me take a long look at like the stories that we're telling with our lives, you know, because the elements that make up a good story typically make up a good life. And so when you're editing your life, so to say, or thinking about things in the shower, you know, or whatever, those are the kind of things that make me think of like how I'm treating people. What am I doing? Where is my life going based upon the things that I'm doing, based upon the stories that I'm telling with my life?
Biggest influence in your life?
You know, I would say likely my biggest influence is probably my twin brother. There's a little bit of, you know, the fact that you're growing up together, there was probably like a little bit of rivalry. But at this stage in life, it's a pushing of each other, you know, and I would say that he always helps me kind of get my direction right and motivates me and yeah, I would say he has the strongest influence on my life and the decisions that I make and guiding me towards the right ones.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl, but unfortunately I have to get up early most days.
How do you run a meeting?
How do I run a meeting? Well, I try to set the overarching, you know, controlling idea of the meeting. I want it to be, I'm very much a non-meeting. I don't like meetings, so to say, but I was actually recently challenged by that by a book I read that do you not like them because you're not running effective meetings, you know? And I was like, man, I need to take a look at that. But I do think that, since I don't like meetings, I try to run effective meetings, like get to the point. I want to make sure it's valuable for everybody's time because I want to honor everybody's time that's at the meeting. You know, that's what I think. I think there's a lot of constraints on my time. So if I'm having a meeting, I want to make sure that everyone else's time is honored and that we're getting to what we are actually needing to have a meeting about.
What is success to you?
Man, success looks a lot different to a lot of different people. For me, there's a financial element, sure, because it would enable me to do the things that I want to do. But just living happy and living in the moment. And there's a lot of simplicity really that's involved in that. So I would say that my measure of success is quite different from others because I can be, you know, it's, I guess it's the glass half empty or half full. But like for me, it's well, you still get to drink it kind of thing, you know? So it kind of, I think success fills the cup that you kind of give it. It doesn't really matter, I guess, the amount that's in there, just kind of the size of your container. So being happy and feeling fulfilled, and for me, fulfillment comes from helping and amplifying others and like seeing like joy come to them, and you know, and it goes back to just like that relational aspect is that you know, my friends, my family, even just people that I work with, if they're happy or they're experiencing success, it's likely that I'm experiencing that same thing. So like one of my favorite quotes is, "A rising tide lifts all ships," and that's the kind of mode I like to live in. And so So really the success and happiness of everyone around me also feeds into mine.
What is something every entrepreneur starting out needs to know?
If you want to run a business, don't let your business run you. You need to run your business. That's actually something that I help people with a lot. Most early entrepreneurs are always trying to do everything and tweak everything and make it get perfect and this and that. But, get it 80% and get it ready to ship and just go. You're going to learn along the way. I'm a big implement now and iterate later kind of person. That doesn't mean you should sacrifice quality, but it's never going to be perfect. Just like I was talking about, telling stories of your life. Everything in your life's never perfect, but you're living a good life, hopefully. Everything in your business is not going to be perfect. You can still run a great business, Casey Evans, owner of Dearman's, business coach at Brothers Evans, owner at Free Agents Marketing, and this is how I work.